I need the whole left side. Every seat by the window, I need the whole back of the bus. Everybody, move over. You too, slide your feet over. Everything by this window, I need this. All these seats. Move over, thank you. Excuse me, thank you. Look. He deserve an EGOT, he hot, colored like a peacock. Idiot, slapper, scrapper, mad rapper, D-dot. Bad dopper, clapper, bad rapper. 3 shots, lethal weapons, lethal injections through off your T-top. JFK smiling down through the treetops. Like hold your head, my nigga, wait for the beat drop. Old niggas wagging fingers like it's bebop. Cowboys and girls whistling world like it's teapots. My pen to make your arm heavy G-shot. While your mom trolling steady on the G. Top of the morning. Good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. I bet you thought you wasn't going to see me. You thought you wasn't going to see old Eddie Kane. How we looking, chat? Welcome to another edition of This, That, and the Third Morning Show. Let me know how we sound. How we sound, guys. Top of the morning. We're going to get to the chat. We're going to see who's locked in. I guarantee you guys are like, again, right? Poison Ivy in the building. Salute. First things first. With the salutes and the sunshine. All right? Guys, it's going to be a good day. It's going to be a really good day. I had my coffee already, showered, all that. Do all that and then still be ready for 8:05. Salute. Nash in the building. Good morning. Good morning. Saging and sending love. Richie's here. It is that time. I appreciate you guys. Let me know how we sound. Black Main NYC. Good morning. All right. Smoke with me, 1988. All right. Salute. Top of the morning. Memphis. And do what Poison Ivy said. Hit that like button and hit that subscribe if you're not subscribed. Beautiful Leo. All right. Ms. BJ. Salute. Good morning. Intrepid Vixen. And they running Jules already. Intrepid said, I sound great. Well, thank you. Thank you very much. All right. GD Complex Music. Salute. Jerry Berry in the building. Salute. Oh, man, we great turn all the way up. We getting Jules already. Jules in the morning. Issy 2, first things in the morning. Intrepid Vixen with the Jules. All right. Sister Soul number 9. Salute. Running the Jules early in the morning. Stay hydrated, gang. The best thing for me has been these morning lives because I'm drinking water. Drinking a lot of water during these lives. Used to be a lot of alcohol, but in the morning I drink water. At night, something different. At night is something different. Red Cups is different. All right. Motion Man 309. Salute. We running Jules first thing in the morning. Chris Laytney here from last night. I don't know if you guys seen my video last night, gang. And I'm going to do the first thing I'm going to do. Every now and then I want to say every 4 or 5 months. Right? Every 4 or 5 months. I get in the car. I don't do the car videos as much as I used to. But every 4 or 5 months I get in the car. And these dudes piss me off, guys. I did a video last night. Yeah, it got quite a bit of profanity in it. I'm going to keep it a buck. It looked like it's going to get demonetized for profanity, but that's okay. That's okay. I'm going to eat that one. I'm going to eat it, right? I'm going to eat that one. Because I had a lot to say about academics last night. Academics, the nonsense with this media barrage that he's trying to pull. So I did that video last night. It's posted now. When this is done, you can go watch that. If you haven't heard it, right, or watched it, a lot of people are referencing the car energy. Challz is back. Every now and then I got to bring them back because some of these fools get out of line, gang. So I did address the academics online slot of coming at the media personnel like Mark Lamont Hill, Lauren LaRosa, and Rob Markman. He came at them the other day saying that they're lazy, they don't do their job because they won't report this lawsuit that was dropped, the state lawsuit against Drake, him, and others that was dropped in Virginia. And he's saying that he wants them to get on their job and report it with as much vigor as they did before. And he wants the connection because What's the Dirt put out a video connecting the Dastardly Rock Nation to the lawsuit. And I told academics in that video last night, we don't care, gang, because at the end of the day, you've been at them people's neck for years. And they finally fought back and they found a way to hit your ass and they hit you and your boy. So deal with it. You want to run up and criticize everybody's ethics and this, that, and the third when you're the main one whose ethics need to be questioned. He's calling them out for being biased, gang of all people. He's calling them out for not reporting on stuff and following up. And the same stuff he does, the one-sided nonsense. Drake even allegedly called in the stream to congratulate him for the narrative that he was kicking. And he's saying that these people run narratives and this, that, and the third. He wants these guys to run out and start to absolve Drake of any wrongdoing. Well, it was no absolving. The case was just terminated by the judge because it was a weak case in the first place. So he went on a tirade against poor Rob Markman, Mark Lamont Hill, and Lauren LaRosa, calling them out. But first of all, he got a vendetta against those three, right? So he's not calling them out. It's not a real call out, right? It is more of it's facetious, and he's trying to call them out. And he said, Rob Markman, are you a journalist or a Drake hater, right? So it's a whole lot of nonsense, and Drake is rubbing them on the ass and telling them good job. So I made a video last night. I don't know if you went to see it, but it's called Academics. DJ Academics has pissed me off. And go watch that video if you get a chance. All right. Jinxie in the building. Salute to Jinxie. VVT. Salute. Brooklyn. Right? Memphis Tiger alumni. Oh, we got some good people here. Joyce is in the building. Salute to Joyce. We running jewels like crazy. Hot Honey. Man, we got some of the best names, gang. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Hot Honey 914. Corey Lewis. Salute. Quickie Sticky. All right. I ain't see Bethany yet, but she's going to be in here sooner or later. All right. Richie said, man, that Keefe D shit got the whole city talking right now, gang. Phone was off the hook all day. Yeah, I know that Keefe D thing, and I'm going to try to cover that. I'll probably get back to this. I'll probably get back on that later today. Keefe D got a lot going on, gang. That cop came and talked. There's a lot. It is a lot going on. One-eyed layer in the building. Salute. Motion Man. Tiff. Good morning. C&I's here. Thank you for running those jewels. All right. Cynthia Alexander. Bing. Jack. Capricorn Baby. Graduated Thought running jewels, guys. Run the jewels. Appreciate you. Support the channel. Guys, let me get to some news. All you guys are here for some news. Ever Never, you here for some news. KK, you here for some news. TZ Red LaFleur, you here for some news. Gang, did you guys know Diddy's son is about to get cooked, guys? They're trying to use Diddy's testimony against his son. I don't know if you guys know. There is a case. There is a case about a naked yacht assault against Diddy's son, guys. And this is taking a turn because they're trying to use Diddy's words in that case. And we're gonna get to that. Miss Lachelle, we're gonna get to that. And we're gonna talk about Keefe D in a minute too. But let's get to, I believe it might be King Combs. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what's going on with Diddy's son. You heard his dad, his all over the place. His dad done got in a fight in jail. They said he was fist fighting, he held his own, but then they threw him in the hole, right? Then they said they're going to add some time to his sentence. Then they're going to remove time from his sentence. It's all over the place with Diddy at this point, right? Chris, man, what's good? But apparently, and Tiff, you're right. It's a waste of taxpayer money with Keefe D. But I guess they looking at it as the families want closure. Let's get to I believe it's King who's in trouble. All right. This is an exclusive on allhiphop.com. And let me know how we sound if the shit start acting crazy. Diddy trial testimony may sink son's defense in naked yacht assault. Grace O. Markai, the legal team, cites sworn testimony from Diddy's own criminal trial to keep him in her lawsuit. King Combs' yacht assault accuser wants a judge to use his father's own words against him. Markai, I believe that's how you say that name, is suing Diddy and his son, Christian King Combs, claiming he attacked her in the yacht's cinema room back in 2022. She says he cornered her, stripped naked, and tried to force oral sex on her. according to Rolling Stone's first report on the case. A judge already dropped Diddy from the case once this year. She said Markai hadn't shown a strong enough tie between Diddy and California, the state where the case is being heard. Markai's team wrote the case to fix that gap. The papers cite sworn testimony from Diddy's own criminal trial as proof that he belongs in her case. Guys, this is a whole lot going on. I don't know if people are onto this case yet, but this is a real case. They're really trying to get King Combs, gang. They're trying to get him, and this case stuff be low key until it's not, until it ends up on CNN or wherever when it really reaches that fever pitch. But right now, this is a background issue that people aren't really taking that serious. But this is a problem. This is a real problem, right? And I believe this was in the documentary. I believe this accusation was in was it 3 episodes of that documentary? I think this was the last episode. I can't remember. I know I saw it, them bringing it up, and they said Diddy rushed in, and I believe something happened. I don't know, but I believe this was already spoken about in the documentary. This is one of the things that they had brought up. All right. Richie said, I ain't got no love for Diddy. He messed up a lot of stuff in my hood, and he knows deep down inside what he did. That's convoluted. Diddy was a full mess back then, and he put a lot of people in harm's way for his own protection. I'm just going to keep it a buck. Streets was wild back then. Let's be honest. Memphis said, it's crazy if it's true. A man can't force a woman to have sex. He needs to be held accountable. Let me finish and make sure I got the rest of the article. They claim Diddy used his own company to book the yacht at the heart of the case. That claim gave him full control over everything on board. The company, Janice Combs Music Holdings, named for Diddy's mom, is based in West Hollywood. Court records show Diddy served as its CEO back in November 2022 when the yacht charter was booked. Markai's teams also cite sworn testimony from Diddy's own criminal trial to support that claim. Former staffers said they set up Diddy in what's called Wild King Nights. Those nights allegedly came with liquor, candles, baby oil, Astroglide, condoms, and license laid out ahead of time. Guys, hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Wait. What? Wait. What? Guys, let me read that part again, because apparently you can buy a package. You can buy a package that includes baby oil and Astroglide and condoms. Let me read that again. Four former Combs staffers and a woman known in court papers as Mia gave that testimony over a year ago. All right. The staffers said they set up what Diddy called Wild King Nights. Oh, this is Diddy's package. The Wild King Nights. We heard about the freak offs. I hadn't heard about the Wild King Nights. So this is something new, gang. We're breaking news right here. Wild King Nights. This is not in the lexicon yet. Those nights allegedly came with liquor, candles, baby oil, Astroglide, condoms, and incense. Can't forget the incense, gang. What's going on, guys? What's going on? What's going on? Elijah, what's going on, Elijah? What's going on? Hold up. Wild King Nights? That's what's going on? Diddy had Wild King Nights. I know some of you dudes is stealing this. I know it. I already know it, right? I don't need this. I'm happily married. I know some of you dudes about to start this. I know it's happening. I know it. Four former Combs staffers and a woman known in court papers only as Mia gave that testimony over a year ago. Now, Markai, I'm struggling with this name. It's Markai. Lawyers say those same words prove Diddy ran a tight ship everywhere he went, even on the yacht. This isn't Diddy and King Combs' first try to escape this suit either. AllHipHop.com wrote about it last year when their team argued open water They argued open water put the assault beyond California's reach. Gang, they probably sailed out that far so they could be out of reach of California, right? Everything on open water, they thinking that we could do whatever out here. Diddy is already behind bars in a separate case, serving a nearly 4.5-year term after he was found guilty on 2 counts of transportation for the purpose of prostitution. A hearing on whether Diddy stays in the old Markai's case is set for September 4th in Judge Dolly G's Los Angeles courtroom. All right? Gang, it's crazy. Miss Hummon, salute in the building, right? And Trevor said, I'm not ready. I didn't think I was ready either. Quickie Sticky said, mix the Astroglide with the baby oil. Quickie Sticky ready for them Wild King Nights. Wild King Nights. Guys, I never heard this. I'm learning with you guys in real time. CNI in the building. Man, what's going on? Bimba said it's too early for this. You right. You are right. Intrepid said they all fans. DJ Stan, salute. Guys, so that's the first story. I just thought that we would speak on that because really, these things they bubble up and then out of nowhere it's national news. But you heard it here first. Wild King Nice is a thing. All right. Guys, let me get to something else. Do you actually know? Did you guys know that Lil Wayne's tour bus shooting is coming back to haunt Young Thug? Guys, I cannot make this stuff up. Young Thug is in an actual lawsuit. Do you remember when it became common knowledge that Young Thug allegedly, right? I'm going to say allegedly, has something to do with Lil Wayne's tour bus getting shot up? Do you guys remember how crazy that time? All right, let's rewind and go back to that time. When Lil Wayne and Birdman was on, they was on opposite ends of the spectrum. They were at odds. Do you guys remember when Young Thug was a zealot for Wayne? He wanted to be Wayne. He wanted to name himself his albums after Wayne, right? It was a weird time when Young Thug wanted to do music with Wayne and Wayne rejected him, so he got angry, if I'm not mistaken, right? Chapo said, whoop-de-doo. Do you guys remember when it got so contentious with with Wayne and Birdman, that somebody was ordered to go shoot up Lil Wayne's tour bus? Oh, yeah, this happened. For those that didn't think that would ever happen, it actually happened. And it was big news in hip-hop, and we didn't know who did it. But the streets were very aware of what had happened. And a lot of people were pointing the finger at Young Thug. This was not the Young Thug you see today. The rich, confident, the powerful, right? The very influential Young Thug. No, this was the Young Thug trying to get his name out there, and he thought being like Lil Wayne was the way to do it. And somehow, some way, one thing led to another, and Thug allegedly was involved in the shooting. I believe they proved it some kind of way. Now, I don't know, right? I believe they proved it some kind of way, right? Richie said, I wanted to rob Young Thug at one point, but my cousin Moses, Joe Moses told me to chill. Richie, you might want to slow down. So I get it. Some of the stuff you might not want to say. I'm sure Joe Moses don't want that out there. All right. Oh, and Thug told on Roscoe and got away with it. Salute to Draysky. That's what Draysky said. Not me, guys. I don't want no drama. Issy's too said, I thought Birdman set Wayne up. A lot of us did. At the behest of Birdman, people feel the whole situation with Thug was at the behest of Birdman. Now, somebody in the chat could tell me somebody did go to jail for this, and it wasn't Thug, right? If I'm not mistaken. Somebody went to jail for this incident, right? Bing said, I love Richie. As do I. As do I. But somebody went to jail for this bus shooting incident back in 2015, and we're going to get to that. But Thug now is being sued. Let's have this conversation. Young Thug faces renewed legal fight over the 2015 Lil Wayne bus tour shooting. His legal battles continue. The fallout from Lil Wayne's 2015 tour bus shooting hasn't ended just yet. This article is on Hot New Hip Hop by Aaron A. At least not for Young Thug. A long-running civil lawsuit connected to the incident is back in court, putting Thugger's finances and associations under scrutiny. Per All Hip Hop, the rapper's attorneys appeared in Cobb County Court this week to challenge a lawsuit by the driver of Wayne's tour bus, Alan Lewis, who said he suffered lasting emotional distress because of the shooting. Guys, this is the driver of the tour bus, and he is still on it. He wants his money. I want my money, right? Break him off. He's still suing for this thing is 11 years old. Guys, he did not forget. He has not forgotten, right? And Chris Mann said, I think the manager went to jail. Let's read. They may say it in here. The dispute centers on the allegation that Thug and Birdman arranged for Pee Wee Roscoe to attack Wayne's bus. Lewis attorneys have pointed to recorded jail conversations involving young. Here we go with these jail calls. Here we go. Golly. If you knew one thing in the hood, you knew them calls were recorded. All right? You knew that. Maybe they don't know that down there, but most people did. Okay? Lewis's attorneys have pointed to recorded jail conversations involving Young Thug and Roscoe as evidence that the two men had a relationship connected to the shooting. However, Young Thug's legal team disputes that interpretation. His attorneys maintain that $25,000 payment toward Roscoe's legal expenses was an act of personal support for someone he had known since childhood instead of compensation for carrying out the attack. Guys, they got a lot going on. Toy salute. It's a lot going on. Jinxie, you're right. The driver needs his compensation. There has not, this is a man working for a living. He's not in these petty beefs. He's a bus driver. You got to get a CDL. You got to go to work, right? This is he feeding his family. He ain't in the middle of this Birdman nonsense. And he gets shot at this, that, and the third. Let me finish. Young Thug's attorneys push back in the suit. Moreover, social media activity around the time of the shooting seems to have relevance to the case. Days before the incident, Young Thug seemingly threatened Wayne online in the midst of the New Orleans rapper legal battle with Cash Money. Gang, these guys are on jail phones. They're making threats on social media. This is where we went wrong, guys. This is where things went left. Wayne received a handsome payment after reaching a settlement in the case. Okay, so Wayne got paid the bus driver. Roscoe's legal history also provides more context to his particular lawsuit, especially since his original gang-related conviction in 2018 was reversed later that year. He also pled guilty to several charges in the YSL RICO prosecution and received credit for time already served, right? So he pled guilty, he got time served. There's a lot going on. Judge Eric Bruton must determine whether the evidence presented by Lewis is sufficient for the civil case to proceed to trial. If it does, it may mean another uphill battle for Young Thug gang. So let me get this straight. Homeboy still suing, and this thing ain't even guaranteed into the trial yet. What's going on? Like, it's still an open civil case, but the evidence must be determined sufficient, right? It is a lot going on. But homeboy is suing Young Thug, and this could be a problem, right? This could be a problem. Sister Soul said, gossip like Young Thug too. One of the hottest lines of 2026, guys. I'm going to keep it a buck. Chapo said, getting shot at when you have a CDL is mountain lion wild. Yeah, that's some Wild King and Night shit, gang. That's wild. You got a CDL, you went and learned your craft, and now these young dudes coming to shoot up the bus at the behest of Birdman. Insanity, guys. Insanity. I don't know what else to tell you. But guys, listen, and we're going to get to Keefy D in a little bit. But I know what you guys are here for. I already know, especially you West Coast guys. I know what you're looking for. And the ladies and gents, you're here for this Camp Flog Gnaw information. Yes, that's right. Intrepid Vixen running the jewels. I appreciate you. You are here. You all tapped in to hear the young Tyler the Creator Camp Flog Gnaw lineup. Yes, Tyler the Creator has announced a stacked lineup for his Camp Flog Gnaw 2026. Guys, I know you cannot wait to hear the lineup. Remember that year Drake went and got booed? He brought Drake out at Camp Flog Gnaw as a surprise guest, and they booed him. Drake said, if you want me to leave right now, I will. They booed even louder. They are not Drake heads in that Camp Flog Gnaw, right? Let's talk about it because he's unveiled his lineup, and people are going crazy. Just like when we talked about Baby Keem's lineup and this, not, and the third. Let's talk about it. Tyler, the Creator, salute the posters, Trey Deuce for running the jewels, early in the morning. Tyler, the Creator, unveils a stacked lineup for Camp Flog Gnaw 2026. Camp Flog Gnaw is set to take place in November, and fans have every reason to be excited about its latest iteration. Tyler, the Creator, is one of hip-hop's biggest artists, and every single year he delivers Camp Flog Gnaw to his supporters. This festival is a celebration of music across all genres, and he always manages to bring out big names. Guys, I know some of you, give me in the chat who's actually been to Camp Flog Gnaw, right? Salute to the people who go to Camp Flog Gnaw. Let me see if Richie went there and robbed somebody. Poison Ivy said they booed Aubrey off the stage. They sure did, right? They sure did, right? Nash said, can't what not? Flog Gnaw? All right, Nash, let me put you up on game. Let me put you up on game, right? Camp Flog Gnaw. Let me get this. Camp Flog Gnaw is a yearly thing that Thug does. He does it every year. And this one is special. Special, guys. This lineup is absolutely crazy. It's crazy. Let me get this picture up here first and foremost. If you are a Tyler fan, you're going to be very excited about this lineup. They're like, Challz, just get to the goddamn lineup. You keep talking. Simmer down, young Padawan. Simmer down. I got you. Let me get the first picture up. Oh, boy. You should be excited already. You see who that is. You see who that is, right? You should be excited. So excited, right? Let me get to this lineup. You should be excited. Oh, boy. There's a real serious name on there that you guys are going to have a lot to say. If I'm not mistaken, it looked like Lupe Fiasco is on that lineup. I could be wrong, but it looked like we going to have a Lupe Fiasco sighting at Camp Flog Gnaw, guys. I can't make it up. Let's get to it. Let me make sure if I'm looking at this picture. Let me see. It says Lupe right there. So we got Lupe at Camp Flog Gnaw, guys. This is major. All right. Tyler, the Creator, is one of hip-hop's biggest artists. Fans have been waiting for information on this year's event, and today they finally got it. Tyler, the Creator, announced that this 2-day festival will go down November 14th and 15th. Furthermore, there will be a plethora of artists performing, including some of hip-hop's most prominent acts, including Future, Don Toliver, Earl Sweatshirt, Mike, Isaiah Rashad, Lupe Fiasco, and more. Pop stars like Lola Young will also be there, while R&B artists like Leon Thomas will get their own sets. These names are going to make a can't-miss event, and it feels as though this Camp Flog Gnaw will be the best one ever. Okay? They got more names. Some of these names, I don't know who they are, gang. I'm just going to keep it a buck. Young, listen, that's gotta be, I'm not gonna even hold you. That's about 30 names, guys. Jid's gonna be there. Vince Staples gonna be there. Wallows, Wyatt Waddle, the Alchemist gonna be there. 320's gonna be there. Quadeca, Not for Radio, Mike G, Natanya, Magdalena Bay, Latin Mafia, Jane Remover, Jenna, it's a lot. Damo Genesis, Concrete Boys. Oh yeah, it's turned all the way up. So that's that, right? Poison said, I hope he practices his lyrics or has a teleprompter so he doesn't blame his fans for forgetting his lyrics, B. We talking about Lupe, I'm assuming. Are we talking about Lupe? All right. That's facts. Lupe owe Quality a check. For real, okay? And Chapo said, Future is a game goofy. Okay? Any positive comments? Jinxie said, this is a decent lineup for the youth, right? Even though Future's a little bit up there, but there's a lot of guys on here for the younger crowd. Okay? So it's looking like a stacked event. Gang, that's more than 30. I'm bugging out. That's more than 30. I'm gonna keep it a buck. That looked like shit, damn near 40 acts. Okay? Chris Man said, hopefully Lupe uses his mic to rap and doesn't go on another YouTube channel spree. I think he's done. I think the damage is so done. People are still having problems from that Lupe fiasco rollout. I'm gonna keep it a buck. And yes, poet Vince Staples is there. That's a good one to look forward to. Vince Staples' new album to me is good. Some of you guys wasn't ready for it, and that's okay. I like Vince Staples' album. I'm gonna keep it a buck. All right. Miss Lachelle said, nah, I'm good. Maybe one or two I wouldn't mind seeing, but it's not worth it. Us older people wouldn't really go to nothing like this. People are older, right? I'm gonna keep it a buck. Done Deal said, Cali ain't going for Lupe shenanigans. I doubt it. Not talking that Kendrick, not popping that Kendrick stuff. Okay? Nah, that ain't gonna work. But that's the lineup, guys. It looks like a solid show. If you're into that, right? JID is gonna be there. That's worth the price of admission. What they're doing with these festivals is they throwing a lot to the wall and see what sticks. Technically, let's be honest, Tyler could do this by himself and still get the same amount of people damn near. But he's this is going to make it bigger and more expansive, and people are going to have much more to look forward to, right? Earl Sweatshirt, I thought they was beefing. Hold on, let me go back. Yeah, Earl Sweatshirt and Mike. That's news, guys. I kind of glossed over that. Earl Sweatshirt and Mike. Are Tyler and Earl Sweatshirt good again? Somebody in the chat tell me. Are Tyler and Earl Sweatshirt? Because I thought there was a little bit of back and forth for a while. Again, I'm not as plugged in as I used to be, but I thought Tyler and Earl were on different sides of the spectrum for a while. I thought there was some shots taken. And I like what Earl Sweatshirt been doing lately. He made my list last year, and I'm starting to formulate my best of 2026. Earl Sweatshirt has been doing quality hip hop to me. I feel like Earl Sweatshirt is really doing good work. See, and I said Earl and Tyler are cool. Okay, so they cool. I thought last I heard there was some shots taken, and they weren't really talking. Okay, so maybe I'm bugging out. Maybe I haven't been locked in like that. Maybe I haven't been locked in. Seeing I say Earl is dope. Earl surprised me. He surprised me with the last couple things he's done. The last two albums. I think he got one with the producer. She just dropped one with the producer named, I can't remember. But I just listened to an album about 2 months ago. They just dropped. So Earl and somebody else. Dope stuff. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I was sleeping on him and I was like, recently he's been putting his foot in the lyrics, guys. I'm gonna keep it a buck. All right. Capricorn said, is it weird that Aubrey hasn't announced a tour after releasing 3 albums? Yeah, we're gonna get to that. I got a video coming about that. All right. So that's it. That's what's going on with Tyler and Can't FLOG GNAW. It's going to be a whole event. You will see footage. There's going to be videos. That Isaiah Rashad performance should make some headlines. Leon Thomas should make some headlines. Lupe gonna get, they gonna be all over Lupe. I can tell you that right now. Whatever he do gonna be, it's gonna be a problem. Steve Lacy should make some headlines. Alchemist just dropped that album with Erykah Badu. So we'll see what he's gonna do. Maybe he brings out Erykah, which is highly likely. Highly likely. I would be very surprised if they don't bring out, if he doesn't bring out Erykah Badu, since they just dropped that album and they're trying to promote it. All right. Let me keep this pushing, guys. Let me keep this pushing. Do you guys know that? Do you guys know? Wait, let me get here. Let me get here because there's more going on. Let's talk about this trial. Let's talk about this Tupac trial. It was another day. I believe it was day 2, right? If I'm not mistaken. And more things went on. They're still trying to investigate the murder trial of Keefe D. Okay? Now, something happened. There appears to be a shooting, right? That they're looking into. Let's get into this. Police investigate a shooting outside of Tupac Shakur murder trial in Las Vegas. Wild stuff going on over there, guys. I'm sure Richie knows more than all of us about what's going on with this shooting over there in Vegas. Something happened outside the trial, and they're trying to figure it out. Let's talk about it. The murder trial of this man right there, Keefe D. The Tupac Shakur murder trial started in Las Vegas this week as Dwayne Keefe D stands accused of orchestrating the rapper's murder. A harrowing scene took place near a Las Vegas courthouse on Tuesday as the family of Tupac Shakur was leaving Dwayne Keefe D. Davis's trial to go grab lunch. A shooting erupted down the street from the courthouse, guys. It's getting a little crazy over there. It's getting a little crazy. At this time, police are investigating, and there are no reports of this being linked to the trial itself. But it might be. It may be something going on, right? It may be something going on. Somebody may have seen somebody else, right? Somebody may have seen somebody else from back in the day. And something went down, and the shots got to popping. We don't know. Okay, but let me continue. Tuesday morning was a busy one for the trial. Jurors were shown MGM Grand surveillance footage of Tupac's crew allegedly beating up Orlando Baby Lane Anderson. Remember that song, that Glasses song, Tupac Must Die? He did a whole point of view record about Orlando Baby Lane Anderson reasoning for going after Tupac. And if you in these streets and you know, like I know, made perfect sense. People was mad at Glasses. I wasn't. I said, this is genius. This is exactly what a gangster would be thinking after he got beat up by a rapper. That's exactly what he would be thinking. He gonna want revenge. I want revenge. Okay, is exactly what he would look for. Just a few hours after the altercation, Tupac was shot while riding around in a car with Suge. 4 men were in the white Cadillac that ambushed Tupac, including Anderson and Keefe D. Autopsy photos were subsequently shown in the courtroom. These images displayed the legendary rapper's injuries and attempts to save him. Guys, let me take you back. Quality in the building. Salute. Appreciate you. Oh, he said the merch is fire. Salute. Salute to my guy Diego. He's the one that designed that. He's not in the chat right now. But salute to Diego. All right. Quality. We just announced. I don't know if you was here yet. That Lupe gonna be at he gonna be at Camp FLOG GNAW with Tyler the Creator, November 14th. Lupe gonna be at Tyler the Creator's Camp FLOG GNAW. Just you can put a pin in that. That should be interesting. Yep, that's happening. Allegedly. Yeah, Tyler low-key trolling. I'm gonna keep it a buck, low key. All right. So let me get back to Keefy D. All right. So I don't know if you guys remember at one time, and this is for my old heads. I don't think the kids gonna understand this. This one, I'm taking you back, right? I'm taking you back. Do you guys remember for years that people thought Pac was still alive? People thought Pac was still alive. Guys, you couldn't tell people no different. I want to say, so Pac been dead 30 years, something like that. I want to say for a good 20, people thought Pac was still alive. Guys, I'm not exaggerating. I know this Gen Z people have no idea what that felt like, but you couldn't tell people Pac wasn't in he was in Mexico. He was this, that, and the third. He was in Rio. He was somewhere, right? He was somewhere. For years, the rumor that Pac was still alive was very prevalent in hip hop. There were all kind of ghost stories about Pac. He was in Cuba, right? He was here and there and everywhere. The main one was Cuba, though. The main one was Cuba, and everybody thought Tretch knew where he was. Everybody thought Tretch knew it. Wouldn't say Tretch a real because he won't dime out Pac. Remember that gang? This is old head shit. This is why you come here, for old head shit. Capricorn said, I still do. Capricorn said, I still do. He's on an island. And that's okay to believe that. Right? J. King said he's in Cuba with his aunt, and maybe he is. Maybe he is. And Trevor said they were treating Pac like Carmen Santiago. They thought he was in Cuba with Asada, right? All kind of lore about where Pac was. They thought Suge was a real one because Suge helped him get there. You guys went back and forth with Suge. On one hand, you said Suge orchestrated the shooting, right? This was the lore. I'm telling you what it was. On one hand, it was Suge who sat in the car, and let them open fire on him, right? You thought he did it. Then you thought that he helped them get to Cuba, right, for years. And then we even had some lookalikes that looked like him before AI, right? So that was a real big deal. And I brought that up because this article is saying they showed the injuries and during his attempt, the injuries, the images of them attempting to save him. So without a doubt, Tupac is not in Cuba, guys. I hate to break it to you, right? I hate to break it. Team Dog, it wasn't Shoes. Shoes got revenge. Team Dog said there's also the Michael Jackson still alive. We hate to think that our legends have passed away. We hate to think of it, right? But they're only humans, okay? Clean Black Sneaker said Pac in Africa. I heard it all. People thought Pac was in Africa too. Elijah said, my cousin used to tell me Tupac was still alive because his albums kept coming out. Tupac was known to do hundreds of songs. The hardest working guy in rap ever. They still got hundreds of songs for the Pac to release. They just protected his legacy at this point. They can release a new album every year if they wanted to. Then they could start with the remixes and this, that, and the third. Memphis said people in Memphis were saying Elvis was still alive. And he's living upstairs at his home in Graceland. That's morbid. Very morbid. And Teasy brought up, remember Machiavelli, the Don Illuminati. That's why they really thought he was there. 7 days. The Illuminati. Come with me. Hail Mary, come run quick, see. What do we have here now? Do you want to ride or die? La da 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 da. Right? Richie said, I never understood why that was ever a theory. Y'all let me set someone up to get shot with me sitting right next to him in a small ass car, LOL. Richie's referring to the theory that Suge Knight set up Tupac to get murdered because he wanted to get him before he got out of his deal because allegedly, and it's not really allegedly, Tupac was leaving Death Row Records. Suge knew that. He wasn't trying to let him out of the contract. Now, maybe he was going to get Suge, maybe he was going to get Pac. Not while he's sitting in the car with him, guys. I'm just going to keep it a buck. He might have had him. He might have going to set him up that night somewhere else. But that shooting, Suge was not in on that, guys, because the bullet grazed his head. Them dudes ain't that great of shooters to shoot you and graze your head and make it. People thought he was faking the shot. They thought he was faking the industry. Guys, it's a whole lot. Memphis said Gen Z wouldn't understand the impact a lot of artists had of the past, a lot of artists of the past had on music. I grew up in a time where people really enjoyed the music and only talked about the music, not the album sales. It's a lot going on. Team Dog said, I'm 19 and I heard of the theory. Yep. It was a lot. It was a big deal, and you would be hard pressed to tell somebody that Pac wasn't alive. That was a real thing. Like, people would argue that, fight you. People really wanted to believe it. Capricorn still do, right? Salute. There's nothing wrong with that. I love it. I love it, right? Jay King said Cuba with his aunt. Ain't nobody could disprove Cuba. Jay Lux, I appreciate you for running those jewels. Jay Lux running the jewels, guys. Let me see if I missed anybody. Running the jewels, support the camera. Support the channel. Scorpio 901 running the jewels. Kames in the building running those jewels. Rich B with the jewels. Run the jewels. All right. Is that Bala checking in on Twitch? Bala was talking about they're going to live stream Can't FLOG GNAW. All right, guys. Oh, shit. We get to see Lupe. We get to see the whole thing. Oh, boy, that's good news. All right. That's real good news. Okay, we get to see what Lupe going to do. Kick, push. Kick, push. All right, let's go. Okay. Da-da-da-da-da. Boom. Tap. Da-da-da-da-da. All right. So Pac trial is in full swing. They had a shooting outside. This shit getting real. It's getting real crazy over there. And KVD, you not going home either way. It don't matter. You just getting out of the cell for a couple hours a day. Ain't no going home, my G. That would be the wildest fumble in history if this dude beat the shit and come back out. That would actually be literally the wildest fumble in history. I'm gonna keep it a buck. One-Eyed Layer said MF Doom is still alive too. That one, I'm here for that. Salute to MF Doom. Every year I go on an MF Doom crash out marathon. I just go to Spotify, go to his page, which has millions of followers, and I just hit the first song on MF Doom and just let it ride all the way down till I just can't take no more. It just all that shit, all that MF Doom shit, gang. So rest in peace to MF Doom. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Let me continue. When the trial paused for lunch, Sakiwa Sat Shakur left the courtroom and thanked reporters for covering the trial. Thank you so much for being here, she said, for covering this. Thank you. Shakur then joined her brother Mo Prem Shakur, and they eventually left in the vehicle. They the ones that want the closure, guys. This is what's going on. All right. This was when 6 officers responded to a shooting at the 500 block of Casino Center Boulevard near Bonneville Street. Upon investigation, a victim was not found, and evidence of a shooting was unable to be located. They picked up the shells. They picked up the shells, unless it was a revolver. It was said during the dispatch that shots were fired inside of a Starbucks. Damn. Come on, Vegas. What we doing? What's going on? Shit. Inside the Starbucks? Yikes. When lunch was over, the trial resumed without any delays. An investigation into the shooting remains ongoing. Meanwhile, Keefe D faces life in prison for the alleged murder of Tupac. The trial is expected to last an entire month. I don't know if you guys know, but Vlad is live streaming the entire thing every day. Great hustle, gang. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I wish I thought of that. He's live streaming the live feed. Every time they go live, he puts it on his channel and just streams it all day. Thousands of people watching it. The greatest hustle ever. I wish I would have thought of that. I still might do that. Just stream the shit. As soon as they go live, just let it ride all day. Like, it's genius, gang. Genius. This dude is the king is making money. Tizzy said that caffeine be hitting, right? King Philip said not enough shots of espresso. Salute. All right. Let me see what's going on, man, before we wrap this up. Last but not least, guys. Last but not least. No, this is not going to be the last story. I want to talk about this just to talk about it. I got one more story after this. Eminem. You don't get much Eminem news, but we're getting some Eminem news, right? It's not going to be nothing crazy like what's her name went to jail. his ex-wife, Kim bit an officer when she last was arrested, facing major jail time. That's not the story today. We got a good story on Eminem today. Richie's right. Vlad thinks he solved the case. Well, he did get it in motion, Richie. Let's be honest. Tupac case was cold and dead. And Vlad started interviewing a lot of people who were willing to sit down, including Keefe D. And Keefe D, a lot of those words he said is why he's in that jail right now. Okay, end of the day. But Eminem, guys, some rare Eminem news. I want to talk about Eminem, but he don't do nothing. He's the least messiest person. There ain't no Eminem news, guys. You can't talk about Eminem because he don't do shit. This nigga stay home, drop an album every 2 years, go #1, sell millions of records, and then go back chilling. He ain't worried about what you niggas think. He done kill Slim Shady, right? I was thinking the other day, I said, I wonder he gonna bring. I guarantee you're gonna hear, you thought I was dead. You can't kill Slim Shady, right? There's no way. But let's talk about it. Eminem put up over 100 signed sneakers for auction, including his ultra rare Air Jordan 3 Slim Shady player exclusives. That's what's going on, guys. Let me get a shot of this. Eminem put up 100 pairs of sneakers from his collection. Signed, guys. You Eminem fans, you should be in heaven right now. That is a real big, serious deal. Let me read this article. We're going to have this conversation, but 100 Eminem sneakers. I'm getting a picture for you right now. These are his collection. This is his stuff, and he's putting it up for auction. All right, let me put this picture up, and we're going to have this conversation. All right? But like Main Toe said, he's busy being a granddad, as am I. It's a beautiful thing, right? 100 pairs of sneakers collected by Eminem himself, signed by Eminem. Guys, over 2 decades, with the proceeds benefiting disadvantaged at youth risk in Detroit. This is why, guys, I don't say bad things about Eminem. This is why he does way more than a lot of these bum-ass rappers. I'm just keeping it a buck. This is why. All right? Just from me to you, in case you're wondering. Let me read this article. Eminem put up 100 signed sneakers for auction. He's giving fans a real shot at owning a piece of his personal sneaker collection. He put up more than 100 autographed pairs up for auction this week, including 2 of the ultra-rare Jordan 3 Slim Shady player exclusives. Only 45 pair of that Jordan 3 colorway were ever made. They were created specifically for Eminem's Super Bowl LV1 halftime performance back in 2022. I don't know how to read Roman numerals that good, so I'm not even going to attempt it, guys. It's LV1. LV1. That's all you get. All right? Let me continue. This marks the first time any of those pairs have gone up for sale. The full collection stretches well beyond just the Air Jordan 3s. Over 100 pairs of his personal rotation are included in the auction, each one signed and tied directly to his own collection rather than a random batch of memorabilia. Bidding is now open through Julian's Auctions and closes August 25th at 10 a.m. That's sometime next week. As of now, the current bid on the Air Jordan 3s has already climbed to $25,000. Guys, you heard that right. $25,000. And AWACS was correct, said those will probably sell for $30K. I'm thinking $500. What was I thinking? Nah, I wasn't thinking that, guys. I joke, I kid. Jokes and kids. Further, it says there's still plenty of time left before the auction wraps. Further, every dollar raised is going toward the Marshall Mathers Foundation. It supports disadvantaged and at-risk youth throughout Detroit and the surrounding area. Eminem confirmed the proceeds directly himself, making this auction as much about giving back as it does about those shoes. All right? This isn't his first run at auctioning off personal sneaker prices for charity. Back in February, he donated and signed a pair of Air Jordan 4s to Julian's auctions, and he also, that pair ended up selling for $5,120 to an undisclosed bidder. Given how much rarer the Slim Shady Ed and Jordan 3s are, expect this auction to blow past that number by the time bidding closes. A shoe tied directly to a Super Bowl halftime performance with only 45 pair ever made. That's a different tier of rare. All right? It is what it is. LIV is 54. Salute to Nash. Tizzy said it's 56. LV1 is 56. All right? So, we Super Bowl 56. All right? It is what it is. Let me see what's going on. Overall, this is about as close as most people will get to owning a piece of that. Ola said, that's what's up, Slim Shady, right? All right, let me keep this pushing. Last but not least, one more story. One more story, guys, and I'm getting out of here. You guys know that not only did Chrisean Rock beat that girl up at that event the other night, she beat that girl up, guys, outside. I don't know if you saw the video. I saw the video yesterday. She mopped that girl, guys. She probably going to lose her license for that. But she mopped some girl up bad. I'm going to keep it a buck. Your girl got them hands. I'm going to keep it a buck. So after doing this, she is going to face legal discipline action, I'm sure, from the boxing community. And that is the outfit she had on when she dumped on this girl. Now, I'm going to keep it a buck. Somebody I know was saying that they think Blueface low-key like these kind of butchy kind of women. They say this is his type. That got hands, throw hands, this, that, and the third. They're saying something going on with Blueface. It's not me, guys. I heard this yesterday from an undisclosed source. They think this is what he like. He liked you to be kind of low-key violent, right? Low-key. I can't speak for the man. I don't know what he like. I don't know his type. But what's going on the other side, which is the story, she denies what you guys are accusing her of. Some of you guys are accusing her of having a hand in this murder. And they think that she's going to be arrested. Even Whack 100 is saying some pretty heinous things about what's going on. Now, she's officially denying having anything to do with what happened to her ex, right? And what's happening to her ex. So let's get into that conversation. I'm pulling it up right now. But she's saying, stop putting that on her. She had nothing to do with Ronnie Doe. And I don't know if you guys know what's going on. Graduated Thought said Blueface is a predator and a creep. That's Graduated Thought. That is not me, okay? Let's get to this and we're going to get out of here. Chrisean Rock has denied all involvement, guys. She's saying you got it wrong. Stop putting her name in the middle of that and get her out of the space. Here is the story right here. Chrisean Rock swears she had nothing to do with the ex-boyfriend Karan Ronnie Doe Can's murder. She's claiming police have ruled her out. According to her, she's been ruled out. And she's not going to talk about this no more. Chrisean was streaming when she started distancing herself from the murder investigation, claiming police already told her, we know who did it. And we know you didn't do it. We got his phone. Now, what people are saying is they think that she doubled back and had something happen to him because he was stalking her, right? Chapo says she definitely set him up. But her official statement right now, guys, as of now, is that I had nothing to do with this. Please stop saying this, right? She regrets also that street fight. She's saying that she regrets the street fight that happened while she was chilling with Blueface. She showed up to the baby shower unannounced, right? Which Blueface had to get a location, right? Let me read this article. The reality star has expressed regret over the altercation, while her opponent insisted she came out unscathed. I don't know. She was banging that girl head on that car. I'm going to keep it a buck. As is widely reported, the fight occurred after a chaotic night connected to the baby shower for Blueface's pregnant girlfriend, Nivea. I don't know if y'all saw that, but she was doing a baby shower and Krishan Rock popped up to the door and Blueface is like, who is it? Nivea Akira. Rock and Blueface were seen together later that evening before the confrontation broke out outside the club. She claims she tried to avoid the fight. My hands are registered. I want no beef. I don't know what's going on. But you saw the girl. I think the girl, gang, I'm going to keep it a buck. I think the girl swung at her first. I'm just going to keep it a buck. From my vantage point, it looked like the girl swung at her first. All right? Poison Ivy said, okay, but she has something to do with the condition of that child. Richie said, yeah, Blue told her to pull up. Don't be fooled by the plays they be doing. He clearly had to give, no one would have gave her that location but him. And he's the one that opened the door for her. Ended up going left and whole kind of shooting. They shot 7 shots. It just went left. But I told you, this guy makes a lot of money from the streams because the streams are chaos. I think it might have been academics that said Blueface does bigger, his streams are more effective than AB, Dean the Great, and everybody else streaming. He said his streams get more a reaction and nonsense, which is likely because he's always in the middle of something. I told you he was at a restaurant and got accused of smoking. They weren't even smoking. I'm like, how does this even happen? Why him? Why you? They didn't even have no cigarettes in their hand. The way they came over, they was trying to kick him out. I'm like, who does this happen to? What happens? Maybe they were smoking. I don't know. El Chapo said, I believe she smoked, drank during the pregnancy because she knew it was Karan's baby and thought she would lose it, but she didn't, and now she's messed up. Now he's messed up. All bro wanted was to be a father. It's a tragic story. We'll see how it plays out. He was trying to be a father to the kid that he assumed was his, and it didn't work out. Now he's gone. It's gonna play out. There's a lot of people saying there's a lot of evidence. We will see, guys. Listen, I appreciate you guys locking in. Another episode down the drain, right? We finished. It's over. Clean Black Sneaker said her hands are her bread and butter. Now she might be going hungry. They're gonna have to have a review, and if they determine that girl swung first, I don't think you can fight even if they swing first. I'm gonna keep it a buck, but we'll see, guys. All right. Memphis said it's very tragic, and it is. The whole thing with the baby being sick and this, that, and the third. So it is what it is. I'm not saying sick, but the baby has issues, and we don't know fully what the extent of all that stuff is. Guys, I appreciate you tapping in. CNI, Scorpio, Memphis, Clean Black, Poison Ivy, Chapo, Maya, Reaction Nation, right? TZ, Richie, Journey, J King, A-Wax, Tom G, Ola, whole lot of people. One Eye Layer, just a lot going on. Nash, Quickie Sticky, Richie. Guys, I appreciate you. Intrepid Vixen, everybody that tapped in. Graduated Thought. I'm out of here, man. I will be back later with something. I got a couple topics that I got on the table. If you want some stuff to watch, I did a video last night. Head on over to black-yeti.com. Let them know who sent you. They ship all over the continental U.S. All right? The new merch is up. Salute to Quality for rocking with it. CLBMG, myspreadshop.com. The This, That, and the Third merch popping. Also, Edition by Subtraction, 4 Hours Ugly Professor. I got verses on there as well as other really good rappers. Tap in, lock in, download that. He got it on Bandcamp as well. All right, guys, I appreciate you. Okay? I'm going to catch y'all on that flip side. Peace.
Mission impossible to drop a few lines without dropping old times when Southern Hill was still a gold mine. When pistol grips was my shit and I sold mine. When Alias was not a show and they told mine. Elevate your mind with high quality THC infused products. BlackYeti.com. Black-Yeti.com.
CLB.
Get my coat, get my sheepskin, grab my wallet, get my pocket knife, and get that hat right there. We out. Grab my pocket knife too. Let's go. When I first came to the city, niggas didn't believe me. I just wanted to join a team and throw assist pass easily. 6 man off the bench, alley-oop pass freely. Suit up for one game and hope a scout might see me. But nah, niggas is greedy, wasn't rocking with him. Unplugged the scoreboard, put a lock on the gym. Told me to power forward, point guard at the rim. And left me with no center and a ball full of phlegm. Not knowing that I'm a dog, a Rottweiler within. With the heart of a pit bull that don't bark for pretend. My bites cut deep, break the bone and the skin. With the level of hustlenomics you do not comprehend. So first I took a block down on the west side end, and then secured a spot with some goons and some kin. And then sent out some flyers, let the games begin. And in 6 months time, the city like that's him. Oh yeah, he the one that moved the hustle to the burbs. And yeah, he the one that knocked the hustlers off the curb. And yeah, he the one that set up shop without a word. And he the one that got it cracking, and all he did was rapping by the Hooters. I kept killers from being shooters. Put a mic in a thug's hand, now he loyal like Pats fans. Take a man off the streets past the needles and crack cans. Promise mama to keep him safe and put some food in his face, and he'll kill for you. But I don't need him for that. Click like, click share. Tell them bitches we back. Share the whole location. Tell them niggas where we at. Cause